We've drawn squares, we've drawn rectangles, we've rounded some corners. What's another common shape? Let's try a triangle. The reason why I'm going with triangle is just because it's not one of the default options. So I want to show you how you can make another shape if it's not one of these defaults that are available up here. So we have a triangle. I'm going to take the Polygon tool, that means multiple angles, Polygon tool. And to draw an equilateral triangle, which this example is, I'm going to look for that intersect point. I'm going to click, and yours probably says 5 sides by default, pentagon. But we can adjust the sides before we draw it out, and we're going to bring it down to 3. We want our radius to be 100, and I'm going to click OK. And that gives us a perfect equilateral triangle. I'm using the arrow key on the keyboard just to line it up as close as possible. What about this right triangle? All right, well, this one's a little bit different. I'm going to take this rectangle we already drew. I'm going to Option drag it down, then hold Shift, line it up, let go of the mouse before the keyboard. Around the edges of a shape, all these little white squares are anchor points, and we can delete those anchor points. Once you delete anchor points, different things happen. How do we delete an anchor point? Up here in our drawing tools is a pin tool. You'll notice there's a white triangle in the bottom right. If I hold down on that, there is delete anchor point tool. So I can come in and I want to delete this upper right anchor point so that it makes a right triangle like the example. So I click, gets rid of that anchor point, and automatically makes that perfectly right triangle for us. I'm going to switch my pin tool back because we don't need it again after that. I'm going to take my selection tool again. I want to show you one more thing. So I have our equilateral triangle selected. We clicked and made the triangle. How about I take the Polygon tool here and whoops, and I'm just going to click once, and I'm going to make it 5 sides. All right, so I have a pentagon, which is the default. What if you've already drawn a shape and you want to change the sides? There's this cool new thing right here, this little diamond. Might be hard to see in the video. There's this little diamond right here. And you can see when I roll over with the mouse, plus or minus, when I click on that, I move my hand to the left, upper left, it takes away sides. I find that diamond again, and I click on it, I move my hand to the right, bottom right, it adds more sides. So that's a really cool new feature that I just discovered. It must be pretty new in Illustrator. So once you've drawn something with the Polygon tool, look for that little diamond, click and drag, and you can adjust the sides after you've drawn it out.